Pioneers have scored 16 goals, given up 6. As far as the Vikings, they've scored 14, and they have now given up 11. Savannah Moxley comes in. She has a goal. Villa Gomez back in. And checking out is Lauren Coker. 6 minutes left. There's a long throw in by the Pioneers out in front. Oh, good save. Good save right in the corner by Barneda. Five and a half to go. Vikings on the move, looking for a quick score. But once again, that very good Pioneer defense. Just not allowing the Vikings to have many opportunities. We'll take a little break between games. Be back with the men's contest. Clock continues to move. 5 minutes, under 5 minutes. And of course the Pioneers in no hurry to get it in. And here is Berneda again coming out. Left foot sends it to midfield. Vikings trying to push it. Knocked away again. Good job by Ruiz. Ruiz knocked that one away. Now left side. Vikings can't get there. That goes out. Clock continues to move. Throw in. Vikings men, of course, were ranked number 1. Still are until the next poll comes out, and then they lost at CMU. CMU, of course, had started the year number 1. Under 4 minutes to go. Pioneers playing good defense. Just content to keep that clock moving with that 2-goal lead. Vikings with a quick throw in. But once again, the Pioneers send it down to midfield. And the clock continues to wind. 3.5 minutes left. Send this one all the way into the Viking end, and it goes to Berneda. Young lady with a left-footed kick. 3 minutes left. And it's starting to appear like the Pioneers will go 2-0. They'll join that 2-0 club. They'll join Benny for sure, and Evangel 2-0. Here's a shot out front, and it is knocked in front, and Berneda's able to get to it. Viking cannot get anything through that defense. That's Brianna Reed. 2.5 to go now. It appears the Pioneers are going to be 2-0 with their win over Graceland and now a win over Valley. Unless the Vikings can score a couple goals in 2 minutes. They did win one game this year, scoring a goal with just several seconds left. 2 minutes now. That goes out, but the Pioneers really aren't too concerned about that. They just want the clock moving now. Throw it in, knocked away again. Minute 50 left. Another quick throw in coming. It was 3-2 at the half. Only one goal here in the second half. That belonged to the Pioneers, and their defense has really been solid. Now they want to try one more. This one gets through. It is onside, and it's knocked away at the last moment. Look out. 3 players go down. Moxley's one of them, I believe. Or excuse me, that's Garcia. Bernada, everybody's all right.
Whistle, stop, whistle.
Whistle stops play.
No.
As they're going to bring Trinity Jones back into the contest. 1:23 left.
You're working. What take 2 means?
Going to be a corner here.
Well, Alex, let me get the handshake. Actually, go ahead and move to midfield right now. Right, 1 second.
This one out in front, headed left. And quickly, with only a minute to go now, the Pioneers on their way to a 2-0 start in a very tough Heart of America Conference. Up 4-2. Send this one to the right side. 46 seconds to go. .35 seconds. Going to belong to the Pioneers, so they're going to go 2-0. And they had goals tonight by Savannah Moxley, Maria Garcia, Briley Johnson, and Grace Stein. The Valley goals tonight were by Nicole Rubio and Paula Inclan, both of those in the first half. Valley scored first, and then 3 straight by the Pioneers. 3 straight by the Pioneers, and then Valley scored another goal, and then 1 second half goal. So the Pioneers go to 2-0 in conference play. Valley falls to 0-2, and another tough one in Baker coming up on Tuesday night, and we will have a broadcast of that one for you on Tuesday night. The final score here in Game 1 is 4-2. This broadcast copyrighted by the Mass Communications Department of the Communications, Humanities, Human Service Division, Missouri Valley College, for the private use of our audience. Any retransmission or the use of the content of the broadcast without the express written consent, Missouri Valley College prohibited. Travel considerations by Elmer Hare Ford in Marshall. Thanks to Chad Jenkins for all the information on this women's match for the Pioneers, and all the information we'll use in Game 2, which is coming up in about 14 minutes. We're going to take a break. Final score here, Mid-American Nazarene 4, Missouri Valley 2. So long for just a while. Welcome back to Volney Ashford Stadium, as tonight we have the second part of our doubleheader. The first game tonight, the Mid-American Nazarene Pioneer women defeated Missouri Valley 4-2, and now we have a matchup between two of the top teams in NEIA, both members of the Heart of America Conference, the Missouri Valley College Vikings and the Mid-American Nazarene Pioneers. Kevin Wardlow is the head coach of the Pioneers. They're 2-4-1 overall, 0-1 in conference play. Let's take a look at that starting lineup. You can see that starting lineup first of all for the Vikings. Sergio Toro Garcia, Dominic Newton, also along with Ruben Jimenez, Tom Preston, James McLaren, and also Molas Fernandez and Gianmarco Donini, Alex Cordon in that starting lineup for the Vikings. The starting lineup as well: Derek McClanahan, Jesse Calderon, Iago Gasper, Adam Morris for Coach Wardlow, Nicholas Thaber, Javier Beltran, Jaden Manswell, and in goal tonight, Juan Manuel Ayres is in goal tonight for the Pioneers. The standings right now: Central Methodist, Grandview, William Penn, Mount Mercy, Baker, all with wins. Graceland and Mid-American Nazarene, that 0-0 tie last Tuesday. And then Valley, ranked number 1 until the next poll. Benedictine, Clark, Culver Stockton, and Evangel, all 0-1. So we get ready for the second half of our doubleheader. Glad you can be with us tonight. Dusan Milosevic will be in goal for the Vikings tonight. Dusan is a freshman. He's the keeper. And Juan Manuel Arias, they just call him Juan, he is a senior keeper for the Pioneers. Broadcast copyrighted by the Mass Communications Department of the Communications, Humanities, Human Service Division of Missouri Valley College. Travel considerations by Elmer Hare Ford in Marshall. We always appreciate their help when we take the Viking Sports Network on the road. Vikings in white, the Pioneers in their gray. And in goal again is Arias, Juan Manuel Arias. And for the Vikings, in goal is Milosevic. I'll give you some of the numbers as we go along here. For the Vikings, this is the first start for Milosevic, as Andrea Badali have been starting. In fact, he started the first 6 games, gave up 7 goals. So a little difference tonight. We're seeing Milosevic in goal. And we are underway. Game number 2. Gianmarco Donini, where's number 2, and he'll bring it up the left side. Knocked away by Juarez. Now gives it off to McLaren. And if you follow Heart of America Conference athletics, men's soccer, one of the best in the country in NEI soccer, no question about that. Proof of that is teams that make the national tournament. And last year, 2 teams 46 miles apart played for the NEI total, Missouri Valley and CMU won it in PKs. Send this one to the left side. Give it off there to Toro, Sergio Toro. Back it comes to Dominic Newton. Tom Preston, freshman out of Blackpool, England, out there. Sam Brown, he's also from England. Now to McLaren, another Englishman. Sends this one in right side, and this will go all the way out. Last Tuesday, Mid-America played to a 0-0 tie with Grace Valley on Wednesday. Lost 5-2 in Fayette to CMU. Other games going on today and tonight. Clark at Baker, Mount Mercy at Evangel. We should have a score on that one soon. Grandview at CMU, William Penn at Benedictine, Grayson at Culver tonight, and of course this contest.
How long you track the ball? I'm going to ride you for that look. I will say, hey, track the ball. Otherwise, it's
All right, Pioneers. They have possession. At midfield. Send it deep, left side, headed away by the Vikings. This Pioneer club, they have scored 10 goals but given up 15. As for the Vikings, they've scored 27, given up 7. 5 of those were last Wednesday. Valley has had 2 9-0 shutouts this year. Their leading goal scorer is Dominic Newton with 6, and then Ruben Jimenez has 4. As I mentioned, Vidali had been in goal all 6 of the games. But tonight, he is not. It's Dusan Milosevic out of Serbia. McLaren has it for the Vikings in white. Just underway. Vikings have it in the Pioneer end, and this will go out. Kevin Wardlow does a super job as a coach of the Pioneers, and Vladimir Simic in his 18th season. Second in the nation the last 2 years, and as we say, that if you follow soccer you know, but probably 4 inches total away from 2 national championships, and both had shots hit the crossbar or hit the post in regulation. Valley trying to come back from that 5-2 loss Wednesday at CMU. Here's Jesse Calderon. He's out of Kansas City. Where's number 9? McLaren loses it. Picked up by one of his teammates. Diego Gasper wearing number 15. He's out of Brazil, Sao Paulo. About 5 minutes into this one. No score. Send this one up the left side. Racing forward and getting to it, Tom Preston. Preston back out front. Vikings trying to keep the pressure on. Now to Sam Brown. Sends it in. And Juan Arias able to get to it. Decent crowd here tonight. We had a few fans, quite a few fans from rooting for the Pioneers were here for game 1. But still a good student crowd here tonight on a really turned out to be a nice evening. This game getting underway shortly after 8 o'clock with the 15 minutes between games. Again, we'll be back on Tuesday for both of the games against Baker. Oh, nice move by Adam Morris. Sent it out front, and that goes off of one of the Vikings. Goes off of. Yep. 38 minutes left in the half. It'll be possession for the Pioneers. Hagel Gasper has it 30 yards out. Miftu is there as well, number 20. This one goes to Juan. I asked Coach Wardlow about his goalie. He goes, we just call him Juan. So Arias, we'll add the Arias from time to time. Goes out right in front of the Pioneer bench. Vladimir Simic standing by the Viking bench, and Coach Wardlow sitting at the end of the Pioneer bench, watching the action early on. Here's Noah Juarez. This one goes all the way back to Milosevic. Milosevic is in goal tonight. Here come the Vikings. And this one is grabbed by Arias. With that left foot, sends it all the way deep into Viking territory. McLaren trying to get to that one. Left side, sent out by the Viking defense. Send this one to the middle. Vikings have a shot, sending it to the left side. Here's the shot and a good save. Juan Arias with a good save. Vikings did a good job. Stayed patient, got a good look. And the shot was taken by Dominic Newton, but a good save by Arias. It will be a corner, however. And Newton will do that from the far side. Sends it in front. And once again, Arias comes in, takes care of that. Throws it to the right side for Calderon, Jesse Calderon. Battles for position. Here's McLaren. McLaren trying to get through a couple of defenders and is knocked out by one of the Pioneers. Throw in coming from Sam Brown. Gets it back. And that should be possession to the Pioneers. It is. Ball on the far side goes out. Vikings have it deep in their own end.
Red and blue.
Oliver Simic likes a lot of
I actually think they have a third color.
use that speed, use the whole field.
I think it's so. Yeah. Connecticut is the third color. They're black, white, red.
Vikings
Whatever you just did, don't do
send this one out in front. Vikings 39 shots in the first half, 46 in the second. And really the Mid-America about the same, 34 first half, 42 in the second. No score here. In fact, we've had very few good shots on goal. Out in front and knocked away again. Very athletic move by Juan Arias. Came in and punched that ball away. Send this one up the right side. Good job of the Vikings keeping that in. Still keeping it in. Now the Pioneers send it out. We've played 13 minutes. This one's, oh, that one come out in front, took a very high bounce. And I think Arias was fortunate that that ball bounded off to his right. That might have went in. And a ooh and ahs from the crowd on that one. Vikings have it on the far side.
A game is going to be game, tight is going to be tight. The rest of it is just kind of visual storytelling. He's doing what? Who do I expect to do what? Like when team scores a goal, there's going to be a celebration. So they'll get the goal scored. The goalie itself, him or herself, will do some kind of
McLaren sends it deep right side. Good pass. Good long pass. Vikings trying to keep the pressure on here early in the match. So it's going to be a corner here, it looks like, for the Vikings. It will be. Dominic Newton will do that. Newton with the left foot. Sends it out in front. McLaren heads it. Oh, and again, Juan Arias goes up in the crowd and grabs that one. Good play. McLaren takes it away. Now he'll leave it up that left side to Newton. Gets away. Brings it back to the center. .29 minutes remaining, first half, no score. Decent crowd here. on this Saturday evening, 21st day of September. No score in this one. Pioneers have possession at midfield. Going to be Pioneer possession. .28 minutes to go, first half. This is Javier Beltran. Boy, he sends it in. Good job. McLaren heads it away. Foul going to be called on the Vikings, and we're going to get a yellow card. And I believe that yellow is on Tom Preston. Let's take a look again, but it looked like that was number 14, Preston. It was. Yep, Tom Preston gets a yellow. Tom Preston. He's out of Blackpool, England, freshman. Back to the middle. Pioneers on the attack, trying to weave their way through that Viking defense. Still with possession. Good ball movement. Now knocked away by McLaren. Pioneers with it. But it's taken away by Dominic Newton. Here come the Vikings. Nice pass. But that one gets away from Ruben Jimenez. So, Arias, well, he's got a good leg, sends this one deep into Vikings end. No score, 26 minutes left in the first half. Send it left side. Vikings have a chance here. Back to the middle. Oh, and that one goes in front, and no one can get to it. It's sliding in, but unable to get there. One of the Vikings. I think that was Jimenez. Ruben Jimenez. Sam Brown checks out. And that is Connor Stewart who comes in. Connor Stewart Taylor. out of Horton, England. And he has the foot on it, the ball right now. Sends it back to the middle. Knocked away, but he gets it right back. Now to McLaren. McLaren with a nice move left side. Still with good footwork. Vikings have possession. McLaren tries to save it in the corner and does. Now he gives it back to Preston. Out front, knocked away. Headed back in by the Vikings. But good defense by the Pioneers. 23 and a half minutes to go in this first half. Both coaches now standing in front of their respective benches. Taylor back to the middle to Preston. Now they'll work that right side. Tried to send it in, knocked away. They're trying to get it inside to Toro. Jimenez into the corner. And this one on front. Vikings attempted the header there. It'll be a corner for the Vikings, and I believe that's Newton who will go over to do that. And McLaren is down. 22:50. 22 minutes, 50 seconds left. McLaren is down, and Vince heading out that way. Stops the clock with 22:50 to go. McLaren holding his right ankle. So McLaren maybe a little sore to get up with that ankle. And he'll come out. Hule Molas will come in. Molas Fernandez. Molas Hule is from Spain. All right, here comes the corner. It's out in front, and once again, good job by Arias to go up and get it. Scoreless first half, moving right along. Good move. Pioneers keep it out in front. They keep it into the Viking zone.
You can get Anna to read the intro for that.
Working that left side are the Pioneers. Back out in front. Knocked away again by the Vikings. But Pioneers able to keep it in that valley end of the field. The Vikings send it all the way across to Jimenez on the left side. Here come the Vikes. Send it back out front. Now off to Jimenez. Jimenez turns. He's got one man to beat. Sends it back to the middle. But once again, good defense by the Pioneers. But the Vikings keep it in that end. Yokovu Peter Yakovu had his foot on it. This one sent all the way into the Viking end again with 21 minutes to go in the half. Still no score. It's all the way back to Arias. That strong left leg sends it past midfield. This one goes out, and it should be Viking possession. I believe it will be.
I've been helpful on my TV people. I actually have a blue telecast.
Send this one all the way across. There's going to be a foul on the Vikings, so possession back to the Pioneers.
There's always one director who just yells. And yells and yells and yells and yells and yells and yells and yells. And you should experience that.
Battle for possession. And I think offside's going to be ruled against the Pioneers. Come the Vikings. Back to the middle. Good defense again. As Toro unable to come up with it. Now Sergio does have it. Works it all the way to the right side. Work this all the way across, back to the left side. Here's a shot in front, and it's headed away wide left. Pretty good idea by Connor Stewart-Taylor. But then the header went wide left. Battle for possession. Vikings are going to come away with it. And give it off to Dominic Newton. Whistle stops play. And we're going to get another yellow card. Let's see who's going to get this one. I believe it is going to be Iago Gasper. I think that's who got the yellow. Iago Gasper out of Sao Paulo, Brazil. And he gave a pretty good shove to get that yellow card. So the Vikings have one, Pioneers have one. Good job by the Vikings. Here's a shot knocked away at the last moment by Arias. Oh, man. Whoa. That was a save. The shot was taken by Macchione. Alessandro Macchione. Wow. And he almost... That thing was almost in the net. Macchione made the save. That was a very good save. 17 minutes to go in the half. Now the Pioneers on the attack, and this one will go. Looks like this may be a corner coming up. Couple players are down. See if this will be a corner. It will be a corner. Everybody's up. And all right. Clock moving, 16 and a half to go. First half, no score. And this one sent in on the corner, but Vikings intercept, and here they come on the attack. Trying to get this one to Toro, and it's knocked away and out. Still no score, winding down to 16 minutes to go in the first half. Here's a quick throw in. Give this one off to Macchione. He just about had a goal. Working that left side. Now into the corner left side. Macchione sends it in, trying to get it past Arians. I tell you what, Arians had a good first half. 15 and a half minutes to go in this first half. Macchione sends it deep. Is that onside? I believe it is. To Newton. Newton gets by his defender. Still has control in the corner. We'll send this one cross in front. Knocked away. Vikings still trying to keep it into the Pioneer zone. And they will be able to do that. Fourteen and a half minutes to go. Newton, Viking leading goal scorer. Macchione sends it all the way left to right. Trying to give one in. Here's Toro. Toro sends this one high and wide. So that one high and wide. Clock continuing to wind here in the first half. No score. And this one deep for Newton. Headed away. Ruggieri ready to come in for the Vikings. Matteo Ruggieri. Newton has it. Sends in front. Headed toward the goal. And in! The header for the Vikings. Newton with the assist. And that header by Jimenez, Ruben Jimenez. Watch on the replay. Good job by Newton to get to it. Sent it over, and it was headed in by Jimenez. 1-0. Jimenez, that is his 5th goal of the year. So he's now one behind Newton, who got the assist. So 1-0. First shot was taken by Jimenez, and then he ended up getting the goal. Took the first shot. It went off to Newton, who got it back to Jimenez for the header. And again, that is his 5th goal of the year. Vikings up 1-0.
What's the battery life on the camera still?
That was a beautiful goal. Here's Dominic Newton working it off to the right side. Now the Pioneers trying to fight their way back, trailing by a goal. Winding down to the 12-minute mark, first half. Butoye Issa may be getting ready to come into the action. He will. Issa. Is looking at his size, 5'2". He's a junior, but he's getting ready to come in. Vikings had another good opportunity there. Sent it out in front. Oh, man. Could have easily been 2-0. 11 minutes to go first half. Valley has the one goal. Stosic comes in. Marco Stosic checks in. More soccer coming your way on the Valley, on the Viking Sports Network Tuesday. Baker University will be here. We'll have both contests for you Tuesday night. 10.5 minutes to go first half, 1-0 Valley.
Oh, I bet he put it away. Yeah, I bet he put it away.
And I'll tell you what, Juan Arias has had a very nice half, too. He has prevented a couple other real possible goals.
It's underneath the steps.
Vikings working that far side, under 10 minutes to go in the half. Again, homecoming in a couple of weeks, and we'll have both soccer matches that usually have been after the football game, but this year they're going to be Friday afternoon at 1 and 3 against Graceland. The football team plays William Penn that next on the Saturday. So if you're planning on being around for homecoming, a lot of activities. The soccer matches at 1 and 3 Friday afternoon. Volleyball will play, I think, Evangel, but that's at 7 o'clock that evening. The alumni banquet's that evening. Then also the Ed Leslie run, as this shot goes over the top, will be held around campus. All the sports teams participate in that Friday evening, followed by the homecoming pep rally and fireworks. Then Saturday, the parade in the morning, the Sports Hall of Fame brunch, and then the football game against William Penn. So it'll be a packed 2 or 3 days. Several alumni events as well, several alumni games as well. One of the highlights, as Newton can't track this down, will be the induction into the 2006 Valley football team into the Hall of Fame. That was the team that made it all the way to the semifinals and undefeated until they got to University of Sioux Falls and lost on a very cold day in South Dakota. And that entire team will be inducted. Under 8 minutes to go, first half. Vikings up by a goal. Esau is into the game, into the contest now for the Pioneers. Here come the Vikings on the run. Stosic, middle of the field, swings it to the right side. Here is back again. Newton couldn't get a foot on it. Vikings still have possession as they work that left side in Pioneer territory. Back to the middle. And sent out by the Pioneers. Now they want to go on the attack. Looking to get it to the little guy, Esau. This one goes all the way back. To Milosevic. Called his name a lot, Ed, and had a lot of work to do tonight so far. Unlike Juan Arias, has been very busy. 6:24 to go. In the first half. Pioneers working it into the Viking end, headed away. Stosic had it momentarily. Vikings putting the pressure on with that 1-goal lead. 5.5 to go first half. And using the entire field, this Viking offense. Work it to the left side. Now back out in front. Headed away at the last moment. Valley will keep it in, though. Have it about 20 yards out. Working that right side. Bring it back. And once again, Arias comes out to grab it. Under 5 minutes to go in this first half. Vikings up 1-0. 4 minutes to go in the first half. Alex Cordon, we mentioned him. He's in the contest for the Vikings now. Valley keeping it in right in front of the Pioneer bench. Now the Pioneers want to go on the attack, but it's taken away by Newton. 3.5 to go, first half. Here's Stosic. He takes the tumble, but he's back up. One goal in this contest, and that was by Ruben Jimenez. His 5th of the year. 3 minutes left in the first half. Send this one all the way right side. Here they come. Vikings. And this goes out, and I think it's going to be possession to the Pioneers. It will be. 2.5 to go. Ooh, taking a tumble there. Everybody's all right. And this foul is going to go on the Vikings. That foul was on Ruggieri. 2 minutes to go, first half. 1-0 Vikings. On the Viking Sports Network on a Saturday night. Oh, there's a trip. And take rolling along the turf. Wow. That was Jimenez. He's taking a beating here in this first half, but he also has the only goal. 1:22 to go. Vikings will have a throw in just the north end of the Pioneer bench. Connor Stewart Taylor. Newton. And they'll send this one in. It's still in play. Was it offside? And the whistle. Yeah, it's offside. So 53 seconds to go in the half. And let's see if the Pioneers can mount one more attack here. Looking for the tying goal. .30 seconds left. Viking defenders surround that one and send it back to midfield with 24 seconds left. Now the Pioneers put this one into about the fourth row of the bleachers down below us. And with 15 seconds to go, it looks like we're going to head to a 1-0 first half. 8 seconds to go. And this will go out. So we're going to head to the half. The one goal scored by Ruben Jimenez, and the Vikings looking to even their conference record at 1-1. They have a 1-0 lead. Second half coming up in just a few minutes. Well, we get set for the second half. 1-0. Ruben Jimenez with the only goal of this contest. 45 minutes to play. And the Vikings have possession as we start the second half. Ball's in front, and a goal in the first minute of the second half to tie it. Coming out of goal was Milosevic, and as he kicked it, it went right into a couple of the Pioneers, and they sent it in. We'll have to check and see who had that goal. It looks like it was Iago Gaspar. So Gaspar gets the goal. And we're tied at 1, and that comes in the first minute of the second half. So we're tied at 1. That happened in a hurry. Milosevic tried to send it out. It went right into a couple of the Pioneers. I believe it was Gasper who got the goal. And for Gasper, that is his first goal of the season. So 1-1. Now the Pioneers on the attack. We'll send one all the way across. And that shot was blocked, and then the shot was blocked by Jaden Manswell. And Gasper was right there to finish it up. So we're tied at 1. So here comes a corner. Out in front, headed away by McLaren. Pioneers try to keep it in. McLaren still cannot clear it. Now the Vikings send it out on the far side, up by the Malcolm Center. Once again, send out same spot. So throw in coming for the Pioneers.
Now it goes out. Be Viking possession. McLaren back to the right side. Nice move by Cordon. Now McLaren sends it back to the right side, gives it off there to Jimenez. Jimenez this one sent in an easy play here for Juan Arias. One is our score. We're a little over 5 minutes into the second half. Vikings will have possession. Sends this one in. It goes wide left. Jimenez, or rather, Arias was out there to make sure it stayed there. And it did. Vikings trying to mount an attack. They've got it in the corner. And we'll have a corner, I believe. They will. And here's the corner with the left foot. McLaren heads it. Now he keeps it in, long shot, and through all the traffic, Juan Arias found that ball, and boy, he sends it deep into the Viking end. 1-1 is our score. This one goes out at midfield. And almost grabbing that Fernandez. Molas Fernandez. Now a couple players go down, and that is Molas is down. Hit his shoulder. He's up, going to stay in, I believe. .37 minutes, 35 seconds remaining in regulation. Here's the goal scorer, Gasper. Gasper gives it off to one of his teammates, Kevin Miftu. So here comes the corner for the Pioneers. And sends that one out in front, but too long. Back again to Gasper. This will be a throw in for Valley, and doing that will be Cordon. 1-1 contest, 36 minutes to go in regulation. Possession will be Viking possession on the far side. Tied at 1. Here's McLaren. The first half goal by Ruben Jimenez. And then in the first minute of the second half, Thiago Gaspar with his first goal of the season. And now the Vikings almost same play as they send it back to the goal. Milosevic. He was able to get it out of there. All right, Vikings quickly on the run. Ruggieri. Oh, this is going to be onside. He gets it to him. Jimenez. Oh, that shot just went wide. From the right side, tried to put it in the upper left corner and just missed his second goal of the evening. That was close. Good pass. And he sent it by the goalkeeper, but just missing. McLaren's going to be called for a foul here, a push. One is our score. Reef 2 and Gasper. Gasper will put it in play. And it goes right to Milosevic. And he quickly gets it to midfield, where it's knocked out by one of the Pioneers. Nope, Vikings keep it in. See if this is going to be onside. Well, they send it left side. It was offside. The Pioneers 0-1 in league play. Valley 0-1. Bring it up the left side, but that goes out. 4-2. Mid-America. The Pioneers defeated Missouri Valley in the women's contest earlier, which you viewed on movell.edu. 32.5 minutes to go in regulation. McLaren hits the turf. Gasper fighting for possession. And he wins that battle on the far side. Getting kind of feisty out there. Milosevic will come over and pick this one up. He'll throw it right side. Send this one deep left side, and that is onside. That's onside. Here's the shot. Oh, that one just went wide left. It was close as whether he was onside. I looked at the official. He didn't raise that flag, And that was very close to a goal by Newton. He got the left foot on it and rolled it just about 2 feet to the left. Arias was not in goal. He'd already come out. Give this one back to Milosevic. Now McLaren. Good match going on here. Gasper has it. Has the right foot on it. As the Pioneers continue to work their left side. Good footwork by Gasper, but he loses it at midfield, and now this is sent out. It'll be Valley possession. Gaspar's from Brazil, and of course, Valley has a lot of Brazilian students as well, and I'm kind of getting on him a little bit. Some of these, all in fun. Just under 30 minutes remaining in regulation, and we are tied at 1. Been a battle.
Golf cart with a soccer ball on it, just grab it out, hop them on it, go back. 29:54.
29 minutes, 54 seconds remaining in regulation, tied at 1. And we'll be back again Tuesday for the Baker contest.
These are not part of the game. 31 are subs. 31. Take one.
Vikings, that's Newton. Quarter, now this one's locked.
33 now, throw. 33, stand up, 3 stand up, 3 stand up, 3 stand up, 3 before I lose it. Go back, about 10 feet. No, let's go back about 10 feet.
Sends this one in front. It's headed, knocked away now, high in the air. McLaren waits for it to come down, gets a foot on it.
33, take. 31, take. Right there, you're on the fringe of it. So come back to me. Come back about 50. One's working.
We'll give you some soccer scores from around the conference as we go on, but a football score, a final tonight. Evangel beat Culver Stockton in Springfield 16-14. That was the final game, football game of the day. So, boy, good game there. Evangel wins it over a very good Culver team. 16-14 was the final there. Take a look at some of the other soccer scores from tonight, if we can get those up. Here it's 1-1. Just under 27 minutes remaining. Mount Mercy defeated Evangel today. And that was 2-1. Mount Mercy won that contest. This is in men's action. Mount Mercy won that one tonight. Central Methodist over Grandview. That was 7-0. Now this one knocked away. Oh, the Vikings had a great chance there. And that was knocked away at the last moment. And that was Stosic. Watch this, headed right in front to Stosic, and he basically whiffed on it. I mean, you couldn't get a better look. Right in front of the goal, and he just basically whiffed it. That's at Central Methodist over Grandview 7-0 tonight, or this afternoon. William Penn defeated the Benedictine men 2-1 in double overtime tonight. And let's see any other scores from the league. Baker over Clark. That is in the second half, and Baker, the team that comes here on Tuesday, has an 11-0 lead over Clark. So those are some scores from around the conference. All right, Vikings again on the attack. They had a couple of close opportunities and couldn't get it done. We'll take a look at some of the women's scores as we watch the action here. This one out in front. Oh, again, and once again, Juan Arias makes the play, and now he is down. As once again the Vikings put it right in front, and he may have taken a kick to the knee, unintentional, but that was right in front. And that was Ruggieri for the Vikings, but he's up. Evangel shut out Mount Mercy in women's action today, 3-0. Send this one deep into the Viking end. Benedictine 2-0 over William Penn on the women's side today. Baker beat Clark 1-0. Here's out in front. Here's a shot. Oh, just missing. That would have been the second goal for Gasper. Whoa. From the left side, he put that one right on the money and just missed it. Sent it in and just missed as it just went wide right. Wow. Baker over Clark 1-0 today. Of course, the one you saw here, Mid-American Nazarene over Missouri Valley 4-2. Central Methodist beat Grandview today 2-0. All conference scores. And in women's volleyball, Missouri Valley lost to William Penn today. Vikings have to get to that one. Boy, they were slow getting there defensively again. And fortunate, if you're a Viking fan, that the Pioneers didn't get a good shot out of that one. 1-1, 23 and a half minutes to go, and honestly, in the second half, the Vikings have had a couple good chances, but boy, putting the pressure on these Pioneers. They'll have another corner here. They pass it out of that corner. Esau with it. Butoye Esau. Little guy, about 5'5". But he sends it into the corner, but there's an offside. One is our score. 22.5 minutes remaining in regulation. Pioneers really battling the Vikings tonight. Tom Preston getting ready to come back in from Missouri Valley. And here he comes. Checking out of the Viking lineup is Stosic, Marco Stosic. Here's the shot again from the left side. That's way high. And the Vikings taking some shots. But that one off the left foot. Way high. Crowd starting to buzz a little bit as time becoming a factor. 21 minutes to go. Vikings will have possession right in front of the Pioneer bench. And the throw-in will come from Cordon, Alex Cordon. And that's headed. Vikings will have possession again. Cordon with yet another toss in to McLaren, who heads it. Now it'll go out and still be Viking possession. Cordon again. Right in front of his coach. To the middle, and man, that time looked like a pretty good pass. Preston couldn't hang on, couldn't catch up with it. Ball loose. Here come the Pioneers. Up that right side. Vikings get back defensively. Pioneers looking for that centering pass. Oh, they had it. Here's the shot. That's high. Right to the football goalpost. .19:43 to go. Vikings got a goal in the first half from Jimenez. And then in the first minute of the second half, Iago Gaspar scored for the Pioneers, his first goal of the year. And that has been it, my friends. Pioneers again on the move. And now this one knocked out by the Vikings. 19 minutes remaining, regulation. This one sent out. Milosevic in goal. Jerry gives it back to Jimenez. Now Tom Preston goes all the way across. Macchioni's in there as well, number 24. Out in front. Here's a shot, and that's blocked. Winding down to the 18-minute mark in regulation. Long shot from the left side, headed, and that's going to go wide right. Valley will keep it in, however. Send it back, another header, and this one goes wide left. Overtime, maybe? Still 17 and a half minutes to go in regulation. Another goal here by either squad obviously would be very big. Vikings trying to keep this in, they can't. And it goes right to Coach Vladimir Simic. And here's his throw in. McLaren has it with the left foot. This will be onside if the Vikings can keep it in, and they can't. $16.25 to go. Cordon. Is it back to Molas. Now Cordon. Vikings trying to set it up. Working that right side with 16 minutes to go. They'll send it in, knocked away by the Pioneers. Battling for possession, and that was Vicente Lopez for the Pioneers. Here come the Pioneers on the attack. They've got a look at it. Here's the shot, and that one goes out in front. However, it was offside. It's a little dramatic there, but the flag was up on the far side. $15:20 to go. Valley looking to take the lead. They've got a shot at it. Oh, a great save again by Arias. He has really had a game in goal for the Pioneers. Under 15 minutes to go in regulation now. And one of the Viking players is down. And that may be Newton. I think it is Dominic Newton who's down. Like possibly a cramp. And helping him with that cramp is Juan Arias, the goalkeeper for the Pioneers. Vince comes out. And it looks like Vladi may go to the bench here and bring in Yakovu. Yakovu might come in here, number 15. Clock is stopped, 14:51. Yakovu's going to come in. And I believe Miftu's coming in as well. Kevin Miftu. 14:51 in regulation. McLaren will check out, or will he? Oh, I think he's going to stay in. Cordon will get it into Milosevic. One somewhat of a looked like a misplay the first minute of the second half. And that led to the goal by the Pioneers, and it's 1-1. Pioneers doing a very good job here. They played to a 0-0 tie in their first conference game. Vikings trying to go on the attack here. Nice evening. Who knows? We may play a little bit more. Both coaches standing in front of their benches now. Milosevic comes out and sends this one right side to Cordon. Off to Jimenez. And we're going to have a foul called on Lopez. So here's Cordon. Sends it out in front. And that's a handball. That ball was grabbed in the box. And if we watch this, they send it in. And I believe, yeah. So here we go. Boy, everybody in the stands saw that. So it's going to be Cordon with the kick. Cordon against Arias. Here we go. Cordon gets it. Left side, 2-1 Valley. Well, in that situation, you just have to guess. And Arias went left. Cordon went to his left, which was Arias' right. And it's 2-1 Valley. There's no question that was a penalty for the penalty kick. So 2-1 with 12:35 to go. And again, that is all that the keeper can do. Is just guess. Well, Cordon got the goal. And he blows a kiss at the camera. So well aware that he's from Spain. Who knows? Mom and dad and family may be watching in Spain. So Cordon just blew him a kiss after that goal. It's 2-1. Alex, that is his first goal of the year, to go with a couple of assists. Two-1. Yes, he goes to the camera. That was fun. 11:18 to go. No, Macchione, the official, is telling Gasper where to line up. And Gasper arguing with the referee. Macchione now will send it in play. And it's headed away. 11 minutes to go, 2-1 Valley. I still like that blowing the kiss by Cordone. Macchione takes it right side. He and Gasper take a tumble. It'll be Pioneer ball. 10:48 remaining in regulation. Sends this one deep. Headed away. Let's see if the Pioneers can mount an attack now. They're 10:27 to go. Plenty of time, but they'd like to get that tying goal here as quickly as they can. Back to the middle. Vikings want to play good defense here as we wind down to the 10-minute mark. Here's Nicholas Richmond, where's number 2? He's from Glendora, California. 2-1 Valley, still 9:49 left in regulation. Off to the left side for the Pioneers. Get it back to the middle. Vikings knock it away. Pioneers keep it in the Valley zone. Now the Vikings will clear it to midfield. Headed away. Back by the Pioneers. 2-1 Valley. 9 minutes to go. There's Richmond. Now he'll turn and give it off. Back out front to Richmond. Nicholas Thaber's in there. He's out of Canada. Quebec. All right, possession for the Pioneers, 8:47 and counting. Here's Richmond. He'll back away. Beltran puts it in, headed in, tie! Tie game! Beltran sent it in front of the net, and it was headed in. And we're tied at 2 with 8:27 to go in regulation. Let's watch. With the left foot, and it was headed in. And we'll see who got the goal on the header. Was it Richmond? Nicholas Richmond? Got the goal. So we're tied at 2. Just like that, 8:27 to go. That was a beautiful play. Richmond, that's his first goal of the year. Now the Vikings trying to come back. They get it out in the middle. Shot is blocked. Cordon goes to get it. 8 minutes to go in regulation. Off to Preston. Here's the shot. Knocked away, and coming out and diving on top of that one is Arias. There's the, sends it in, and it was Richmond with the header. Now this one comes all the way back to Milosevic, who in turn sends it deep into the Pioneer zone. 7:19 to go in regulation, tied at 2. Again, back to Milosevic. And he almost made the same mistake he did before, and that one hits the post, and now as this one's knocked away. Milosevic made a critical error, and he got away with it. He tried to just kick it out, and the first shot hit the post as he just tried to kick it out. The first shot by Gasper hit the post, and then the second one was saved by Cordon. Wow. Wow. The Pioneers should have had the 3-2 lead. Two great plays. Well, the first one hit the post, and then Cordon got in there and knocked the second one away. Wow. The crowd's still buzzing over that one. Of course, the Pioneer women's team's below us, and they're cheering for their men's team. That could have easily been a Pioneer lead. And once again, back to Milosevic, and he just waits for it and then sends it to midfield. 5:40 to go in regulation. Pioneers, they have the momentum right now. Vikings trying to get through the defense and can't do it. Richmond sends it deep and out at midfield. Only keep it in play, but the Vikings will have it. Molas with it. 5:15. We may be headed to an overtime. Let's see. Cordon sprints up the right side. Leaves it there for Jimenez. Jimenez gets by. He brings it to the middle. Through traffic. Ball still loose. Here's a shot. That's going to be blocked. And then sent out on the far side. 4:48 to go. Cordon, right side for Valley. Sends this one in. It's headed toward the center. Knocked away. Cordon still going to have it. On the right side. Gives it back out front. Back to Cordon. 4:20 to go. Again, the Pioneers playing very good defense here. 4:13 to go as play is stopped, but man, was that. Coach Kevin Wardlaw is probably thinking, man, we should have had that one. First one hit the post, and second one a good save by Cordon. .413 to go. Going to have the throw in. Crowd buzzing now. This one, still, who knows? 4 minutes to go. A lot could happen in this one. There's Cordon. Gives it to Jimenez. Back to Cordon. Working that right side. Jimenez keeps it in play. And now there's going to be a foul. And we may have, well, let's see. And that is Jimenez is down. And there's going to be a yellow card. And that's going to be on Richmond. Nicholas Richmond gets the yellow. As he slides into and trips Jimenez. So Richmond with the yellow card. All right, Cordon will send it in. 3:54 to go regulation. 2-2 is our score. Cordon sends it in. In front. Oh, and it's covered up by Arias. Vikings had 3 players there, but Arias was able to get to it. Boy, he's had a good game. Chip shot by Cordon out in front, and there were 2 or 3 Vikings there, including Sergio Toro, but Arias able to get on it. 3:24 left. Cordon working that right side. Brings it back to the middle, right through the legs of the referee. Down to 3 minutes to go. Vikings keeping it in the... Now Toro turns. He has it knocked away. Toro spun, tried to get to it, and had it knocked away. .242 to go. Yeah, we've been here a long time today. Why not a little longer, huh? Here's one sent in by Cordon. No one there. And with 2:30 to go, let's see what happens. We could be headed to overtime. What a game and goal for Juan Arias. .210 and counting. Sends this one deep. Headed away. Pioneers have possession. Under 2 minutes to go now. Pioneers keep it possession. Now the Vikings take it away. And this is going to be Pioneer possession. The Vikings cannot control it. Here's the throw in. Quickly into the corner. This goes out. It'll be Vikings possession now. This one to midfield, knocked away. Down to 1:30 in regulation. Ball belongs to the Pioneers. They've got a player down. And they play on with a man down. Now the Pioneers with 1:10 to go. Got a player down, and we play on. Coach Wardlow very calm on the bench. Now I think we'll stop play. 56 seconds remaining. Now we stop play. Two. And the player who's down is Nicholas Thaber. 56 seconds remaining in regulation, and we are tied at 2. .56 seconds remaining. Of course, the other conference game that the Pioneers have played was an overtime, nothing tie. Thaber being worked on. .56 seconds remaining in the in regulation. .22 is our score, and he's going to be up and be helped to the bench. Vikings will have possession here. Lopez will come in. So let's see what happens here in this final minute of regulation. All right, Vikings trying one more, go on the attack at least one more time. It's headed away. Good defense being played by the Pioneers. We're down to 40 seconds to go. And there is a foul outside the box on Lopez. So Cordon will get to the opportunity to send it in front with 28 seconds left. Cordon waits. Sends it in front, too far in front, knocked away. 20 seconds remaining now. Down to 17 to go. And the Pioneers trying to get possession here. 10 seconds. Pioneers have a break. They have a 2-on-1. Looking for a shot. Here's the shot that goes high. And we're going to overtime. They had a shot. Did the Pioneers to win it in the final 5 seconds. And that shot went just high. So we're through regulation. Nothing has been settled. 2-2. Take a break. We're coming back with overtime number 1. All right, we're ready for the first 10-minute overtime. And to be real honest, the Valley Vikings are fortunate that this game isn't over, because a shot that hit the post and then a great save by Cordon kept a third goal away from the side of the Pioneers. First of two 10-minute overtimes. Pioneers with possession. They'll send it down deep to the left side. Now firing this all the way back in there. Oh, look out, right, almost. And I'll tell you what, Mr. Gasper's really had a game. Mr. Energy for the Pioneers. He has a goal, almost has two. Now here come the Vikings. Trying to get something going early in overtime. Send it left side. That ball is still loose, and now it's going to go out on the left side. A corner coming for the Vikings with 8:40 to go in the first overtime. Then header, it's loose in front, shot good, and that's it. The Vikings win it. A minute and change into the first overtime. Got it in front off the corner, and they win it by the score of 3-2, and I believe it was Dominic Newton. Well, the Vikings had to go to overtime. They were fortunate. Let's take a look. Off the corner, sent back in front, and it was Dominic Newton, the leading goal scorer, who gets the goal in overtime. Newton's 7th goal of the year, and the Vikings pretty fortunate because the Pioneers had some excellent chances, a couple of excellent chances late in regulation. And as I look down on the field at that 5-minute timeout, Vladimir Simic was not real happy with his team. You could hear him up here as he was talking about what he wanted, and they came out in just the first minute and 2 seconds of this first overtime, and they get the goal from their leading goal scorer, Dominic Newton, to win it. So, tough loss for the Pioneers. They fall to 0-1-1 in conference play. And Missouri Valley now 1-1 with Baker coming in on Tuesday. And we'll have both of those matches for you on the Viking Sports Network. So hope you enjoyed our triple header football and also the 2 soccer matches. This broadcast is a copyrighted production of the Missouri Valley College Mass Communication Department of the Division of Communications, Humanities, and Human Service. Travel considerations by Elmer Hare Ford in Marshall. 3-2. The Viking men win it in overtime on a goal by Dominic Newton. For Chaz Maddie and his entire crew, I'm Ken Quayama. Good night from Marshall. We'll see you Tuesday when the Baker University Wildcats are in town. Good night.